7. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
And welcome in to week one of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. You've got some early scoreboard action on the Blitz Sports Radio coming out of the 97.7 ESPN The Zone studios here in Huntsville. We're going to get you all caught up on all of tonight's action, and then we're going to lead you in to the 97.7 ESPN The Zone carrying of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. That'll get underway after the conclusion of tonight's Helena and Buckhorn game out there at Tommy Ledbetter Stadium in Newmarket. So we're going to cruise around tonight. We've got 7 games that we're going to drop in on. We're going to take you over to SportsMed Field. The Randolph Raiders playing host to Madison Academy tonight. We're going to take you all the way out to Brawley Stadium. It's Muscle Shoals traveling, making that short drive over the bridge to take on Florence. We're going to take you to Brooks. The Mars Hill Panthers and Brooks Lions are meeting each other tonight. We're going to look in on the Destler Tigers and the Russellville Golden Tigers. And then we're going to stop by the Sheffield Bulldogs as they're entertaining Colbert County. And then we'll jump in out at Newmarket. The Buckhorn Bucks taking on Helena tonight. So we have got action going on all across North Alabama. We're going to drop in on some of those. We're going to try to get you some partial scores from along the way tonight as well. So basically, here is how it sets up this evening. This is the last week of non-region play. Next week, everybody across the state will open up region play. We had a lot of teams open up games last week on week 0. This week, everybody's playing some football. How about some partial scores for you? Tennessee score in the fourth quarter. It's Marion County over Sokoche County, 35-21. It's Grundy County 33, Tyner Rams nothing. That is a Tennessee score, both of those in the fourth quarter. Another Tennessee score, it's the Fayetteville Tigers 22, Lewis County nothing. That one coming in the third. Closer to home, the Gunnersville Wildcats opening up the year right now in the third quarter, taking on Lawrence County. This one has been all Gunnersville. They're in top 41-0 in the third. Hansville 14, West Point nothing. That one coming in the third. Winfield 21, Haleyville 6. That also in the third. It's the Lexington Golden Bears enjoying a 21-7 lead over Pisgah in the third quarter. The Fife Red Devils and the Geraldine Bulldogs. We have got a lot to unfold in this one as the night goes along. There's a lot of history between those two teams. Fife had the monster regular season winning streak snapped last year by the Geraldine Bulldogs. Back at it tonight. Now, Geraldine just put a touchdown on the board, folks. This one is as advertised right now in the third quarter. Fife leading 8-6. We are going to keep plenty of eyes on this one throughout the night. West Limestone all over Clements right now in the third, 35-14. It's Cold Springs over Holly Pond, 16-8 in the third. Rogers enjoying an 8-point lead in the third over Lauderdale County, 21-13. Bob Jones is shutting out Athens at the half, 23-0. Of course, Athens coming off that season-opening win against East Limestone. Bob Jones fell in their opener, so trying to get to 1-1 are the Patriots. Sparkman put 77 on the board last week against Hazel Green. Folks, they put 21 on the board at the half against Huffman. Sparkman enjoying a 21-0 lead over Huffman. So right now, through 6 quarters, the Sparkman Senators have put up 98 points and have only given up 7. Right now, Lincoln County being shut out. A Tennessee score over Centennial, 35-0. Addison cruising over Vineland, 51-0. It's Hewitt-Trussville over Gadsden City, 33-0 at the half. Those are just a few of the partial scores that we have. I tell you what, let's hop on out to SportsMed Field and let's check in on the Randolph Raiders, courtesy of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. It's Austin Coletti on the Randolph call. Got to plug it in order for technology to work. So here it goes.
We know that you are.
Well, they are in commercial there at SportsMed Field, and this one was at half just a little bit ago, and Randolph enjoying that lead. I tell you what, let's bounce all the way out to Brawley Stadium. Let's check in on Florence and Muscle Shoals, courtesy of 100.1 WLAY.
First 2 quarters, and that's get Florence stopped and try to get some good field position for the offense. So
got to continue to cover well in the kicking game, and hopefully get a good, maybe a touchback here. And boy, it'd be huge if we could get a 3 and out to start this second.
Yeah, a scoreless first quarter in this one, and the Trojans able to put 17 points on the board there in the second quarter. Of course, the Trojans starting the season with 2 7A teams on the road last week at Bob Jones, 31-7 win for the Trojans, and the second of 4 7A teams on the schedule here in the 2022 season. The 7A Falcons and the Trojans lead it here at the half, 17-0. Next week, Trojans get into region play. It is homecoming here at Trojan Country, as the Trojans will host the Columbia Eagles. And the Trojans, even with the 4 7A schools, the Trojans with a favorable schedule in the fact that Trojans win 9 games, 6 of those here at home.
At James F. Moore Stadium in the friendly confines. Yep. So, yeah, that is big.
And, of course, we talk about how good the Trojans have been here at home since the 2010 season. Only lost 7 games here since 2010, 64-7 over that span. Trey Stoddard has it on the tee. The Falcons, this ball will sail into the end zone over Hurley's head. Yeah, the best kick of the night for Stoddard. And still no win to speak of. We talked about it in pregame. The flag is just lying limp there, so that's all Stoddard leg there.
Yeah.
And he got it in the end zone. And the Falcons, again, with a long field in front of them. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20s. We get ready to start the third quarter. Falcons with the football. Senior quarterback Leo Glover. Behind him is Simpson, senior running back. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Glover with the snap, straight ahead to Simpson. Veers right, now back to the middle of the field. Again, maybe a couple before he's brought down there. Several Trojans in on the stop.
Yeah, Braylon Jones and Zaylen Fuqua on the stop right there. But Braylon now's been on 9 tackles tonight, Tim.
3 yards, they're going to say, for Simpson. So 2nd and 7, ball in the middle of the field. Falcons headed to the end zone to our left. Same formation. Simpson behind Glover. Glover looks right to throw, swings it out in the flat. It's going to be complete. The ball came out. It's going to be scooped up. And if they call it a fumble, it's going to be a scoop and score. The head referee is going to raise his hands in the air. And indeed, it's going to be a defensive score for the Trojans to start the second half. Wow. The pass was complete. And he took 2 or 3 steps. And on the tackle, the ball came loose, and it bounced right into the arms of Zaylen Fuqua, and he raced untouched to the end zone. 23-yard scoop and score return for the senior linebacker. And head coach Kenny Morrison is trying to say it was an incomplete pass.
There you go. That was a live look in on Florence and Muscle Shoals. Right now, Muscle Shoals just adding a touchdown to go 23-0 with the extra point coming. That one there to start the third. So Muscle Shoals in control of that rivalry game. Let's take you back out to see if SportsMed Field has anything going on between Randolph and Madison Academy. Here's Austin Coletti on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 3.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from Madison Academy's 42-yard line. Hunter out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back, looking, throws the wheel out on the left side. Nick Strong, he's got one man to beat, turns on the chest, touchdown Raiders!
That play, they had been holding that one in the back pocket there. Beautiful call. Nick Strong has been a huge factor in this second half as a receiver. He's such a versatile offensive weapon. He breaks a tackle down the sideline, punches that sucker in there. Touchdown Raiders, and Andrew Hunter continues to be a surgeon tonight. That's a touchdown on the first play, 42 yards out, and the Raiders lead by 3 scores.
So after that touchdown play, there is a player cramping up for the Raiders. Can't get a read on that number. Actually, a couple of players. There's another one being stretched out at the 10-yard line. Again, Drew, the heat taking its effects. Everyone, if you live in the South, you know you know about this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, we were up here. I mean, it started out as a breezy game when we got here. I started to think we were going to have some papers end up flying off. And then the weather just turned its face and said, okay, I will give you no wind whatsoever. The temperature does say 79 degrees. It feels like 83. The humidity 77%. So there you go.
Yeah, it's huge.
Hot.
It's hot right now. Some Raiders are cramping up. But Randolph might use a timeout here. We'll see. We are about probably a minute and a half away from the heat timeout. We usually have a heat timeout in the midpoint of the quarter, but the referees have stopped play right now. But Randolph, what a great start to the second half. You couldn't have scripted it any better. And Andrew Hunter continues to riddle the secondary, which has struggled all night for the Madison Academy Mustangs.
Well, that script is going to be thrown a little wrinkle, as one of those players that was cramping up was Nick Strong, and hopefully they can get him hydrated up and get him back on that field. And with that being the case, I would venture a guess that Jude Conchen is going to see a lot of time in that secondary in this second half. On to kick the extra point, it is Drew Dodgen, and now they run a fake, and Davenport scrambling for his life, and he's brought down in the backfield, throws it with his left hand. And again, in the backfield, Mario Brewer was there, and I have every thought in the world that he was going to block that extra point. But nonetheless, it's a 3-scored lead. Randolph well in control, 32-12 over Madison Academy on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
All right, that's Austin Coletti there on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as Randolph in control of that one, taking on Madison Academy. We'll take a live look at that one coming up here in just a little bit. They are in the third quarter there. I tell you what, let's jump out to Brooks. Brooks taking on Mars Hill this evening. 94-9 the Bull with the call.
Our famous buffalo wings and much more. Here's to 40 years of legendary fun.
Feet just come right out from under him. All right, we'll take a 30-second timeout, and we come back, we'll go down to Coach King.
All right, let's keep on going here. We're going to take a look at Brooks here in just a minute, but right now let's see if we can go out to Colbert County and Sheffield, courtesy of My 101.5. We'll have to keep looking. A lot of these are in commercial breaks and starting in the half and the third quarter, so we'll get out to them.
By the way, is he the bouncer out there?
Who, Mark? Mark's on choo-choo.com.
Yeah, you're right.
He's blowing up right now, man.
This is Colbert County at Sheffield.
So it's going to be second and 5.
Sliding that DM right now.
Second 5 for the Bulldogs is going to be another handoff to Hood. Hood gets a good push after a little bit, and he's going to be up to about the 19-yard line. Now, Colbert County says they have the ball, but nobody looks like they're interested in it. None of the referees are making any motions, but they're in the end zone dancing. And then they throw the ball over the White Hat's head, so that was classy. Good move. They didn't like that they didn't have the ball, so they just threw it way over his head.
This whole time that clock has not stopped.
No, 10 minutes, 49 seconds. It's going to be third down and about 3 for the Bulldogs. We need a first down here. Keep the chains moving. Madden in at Wildcat, and he's going to run behind Hood. And he's going to be right at the first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. It looks like they did. Berryman says fourth down, but he's not the good referee, so we'll see.
That was Colbert County at Sheffield. We'll have to get you a score on that one coming up here in just a minute. How about this one? Destler hosting Russellville. Russellville coming off that week 1 loss to Grissom to start the year. Destler got that opening season win last week. Let's take a look and live listen to Destler playing host to Russellville.
This is Jeff McDonald with Tuscumbia Utilities.
All right, that one going to commercial right there. I tell you what, let's get a commercial in ourselves. It's the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show right here on the Blitz Sports Radio.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Bailey Custom Boats. We knew our boats were special when we would stop at any outdoor store to stock up on supplies for a boat trip, only to come back out to the parking lot and see people standing on and around our boat and a confused sales rep telling them it's not for sale and they don't even have that type of boat. Fast forward a few years, and now you can buy your very own one-of-a-kind Bailey Custom Boat. We hand-cut our wood from cypress we pull from the river in Mississippi. There's a lifetime warranty on the bill. Faster and more maneuverable like a ski boat, and better fuel mileage than any pontoon on the market. With 350 horsepower, a Bailey Custom Boat will go 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. And our custom boats are Coast Guard approved for offshore and virtually unsinkable. We'll be showcasing our custom boats at different lakes over the next few weeks. Find out where at BaileyCustomBoats.com. On YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're taking orders now for 2023 delivery from April to May. You gotta pay to play. BaileyCustomBoats.com.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up, just like that.
Giving up on what?
On getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire in the family, we'd know about it by now?
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, everyone's got a rich uncle somewhere. It's statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. You know, start using a budget, get out of debt, set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Going to be a first down.
Bounce and stood there for
as they get out to the 48-yard line.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coming to you live from the 97.7 ESPN The Zone studios in Huntsville. This is on Blitz Sports Radio. And don't forget, coming up later this evening after the conclusion of the Helena Buckhorn game, you can catch all of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show action right here on 3 great stations: 97.7 ESPN The Zone, 100.1 FM WLAY in Florence and Muscle Shoals, and 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden and Anniston. That is what we will be on tonight. And I tell you what, let's not waste any time. Let's go out and check in on that Buckhorn-Helena game. Tom Abraham on the call from Tommy Ledbetter Stadium.
Second teamers in there now. They'll go heavy formation to the near side. Aker at quarterback puts a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Pleasant, and he'll take it right up the gut and into the end zone for a Helena touchdown. And then Pleasant running hard in there. They've got 3 running backs that can do some damage.
Yeah, 40 yards on that drive, 7 plays.
All Pleasant, right?
All Pleasant.
Not Pleasant for the Bucks.
Not for Buckhorn, but
No.
but yeah.
That'll make it 47. As Austin Lewis comes in to kick the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up and good. We'll keep it right here. 11:53 to go in the game. The Huskies now leading this by a score of 48-10. The scoreboard operator just doesn't even want to put it up on the board anymore.
On 97.7 ESPN The Zone. That is Helena and Buckhorn. Helena in control of that one. Let's get you some more scores. In the fourth quarter, Waterloo all over Cherokee, 60-8. It's Gunnersville, no problems right now in the third over Lawrence County, 55-0. Addison in control over Vina, 57-0. That one in the third as well. Bob Jones right now enjoying a 23-7 lead in the third over Athens. Russellville and Destler are knotted at 7 in the fourth. We're going to drop in on that one here in the next few minutes. Muscle Shoals again in charge of Florence right now, 31-7. Lexington over Pisgah, 28-7. It's Lamar County over Phil Campbell, 18-8. Colbert Heights over Wilson, 13-6 in the third. It's Winfield 21, Haleyville 13 in the third. West Limestone 15 better than Clements right now in the third, 35-20. It is Rogers over Lauderdale County, 24-13 in the third. Arab shutting out Brewer right now in the third, 28-0. It's Priceville and Fairview. Priceville on top of this one, 33-27. Can't wait for this one to get into the fourth because I have a feeling that game there is going to have plenty of fireworks. Mars Hill Bible over Brooks right now, 33-21 in the third. Hatton dominating Columbia, 54-0 in the third. Tanner over May Jemison, 20-6 right now. That one in the third. Let's keep bouncing around, shall we? We got a few games that are getting close to going final. None of those, though, in the Tennessee Valley right now, north of the border in Tennessee. A couple games getting close to going finals. Oh, the Red River or the River City shootout or the River City rivalry right now in the fourth quarter. This one a heck of a ball game. Decatur leading Austin 21-14. This one being played at Austin. The stadium holds about 5,000, and they're pushing every penny of it right now. It's about near capacity there in Austin as Decatur enjoying a 21-14 lead. We've got Gunnersville, as we mentioned, 55-0 over Lawrence County. Hewitt-Trussville shutting out Gaston City right now, 33-0. Bob Jones enjoying a 23-7 lead over Athens. Let's keep going down. How about Scottsboro and North Jackson? That one was a rivalry just a few years ago. Still is. North Jackson enjoying an 18-14 lead in the third over Scottsboro. Fife now opening it up just a little bit. They've got a 9-point lead over Geraldine, 15-6 in the third. Madison County has gotten on the board. Lee, though, still leads this one in the third, 20-7 over Madison County. West Limestone, 42, Clements, 20. East Lawrence trailing Winston County right now in the third, 24-7. West Morgan, fresh off that win over Randolph last week, shutting out Ardmore tonight, 35-0. That one in the third quarter. DAR and Douglas. Douglas now has opened this one up a little bit of separation here in the third, 49-7. Douglas over the DAR Patriots. Sparkman still enjoying a 21-0 lead. That one well into the third quarter, so we should be getting some more updates from Sparkman Stadium as the Sparkman Senators, remember, they opened up last week with a 77-9 win over Hazel Green. Let's keep on. I say what here. Let's see if we can drop in on Russellville and Destler. Remember, the last score that we had for this one was tied at 7. Let's see if we can have some action.
Great job there.
Making sense of investing he's getting up. He says, "No, I'm good, Coach." Ricky Bryant was headed out the seam, and he's like, "No, I'm good. I'm staying." So he is hobbling off the field here. All right, Destler fans.
Boy, this quarter's went faster than other ones, Brian.
Oh, I tell you, and we've had it. So we got 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and time is ticking down. It looks like your Destler Tigers may just going to hold on to this and take it into the fourth quarter, and that's what we're going to do. We got 3, 2, 1, and that is your third quarter. Destler Tigers kept the Russellville Golden Tigers on the field for defense for most of the third quarter. Your score is Destler 7, Russellville 7. We'll be back after this 1 minute.
There you have it. Headed to the fourth quarter there in Destler, and we are tied at 7. We're going to keep an eye on that one all night long because I have a feeling that one is far from over. I tell you what, let's head to Brooks. Mars Hill taking on Brooks.
And it will remain Panther football.
Yeah, that's fortunate right there from Mars Hill. Goes right over Cam Isbell's hand, through his hand, and Mars Hill able to jump on it. Almost a miscue right there, leading to an extra possession for Brooks.
Yeah, just took a hop right at the right time, and that oblong ball can take some funny hops. 7:13 left to go in the third. It's going to be Panther football starting at the 46-yard line. Hanson in shotgun formation. Coming over, fake to Thompson. Looking for a blocker out front. Couldn't get around Tapia, and the linebacker comes from the backside. And we got a cramp, looks like, by Hanson. And he's going to stick his leg up. Tapia's trying to help it work out. Jackson Lowry's there as well. Peak performance running onto the field. Got to get him some mustard or pickle juice or
That's painful. I may be just a cramp, but that ain't nothing funny about that. I'll tell you, it's still that time of year, Rodney. It's so warm out here. It's easy for guys on both sides of the football to cramp up, and just nothing you can do about it when it happens.
Yeah, and you just you really wonder. You talked about those monitors we had last week. I wonder what if we could monitor how much fluid actually gets lost in the course of the football game, especially here in Alabama in August.
I know they had talked to Griffin's dad, Jody, after the game last week. I think the monitor had showed he had run over 5 miles over the course of the game. I mean, you think about that. The wear and tear that takes it. That's not even counting the hit, the impact, all of that kind of stuff along the way. That's just straight up running over 5 miles.
I don't think I've run 5 miles this year.
I've been trying to get you in the gym, Rodney.
Maybe one day, Douglas. 6:54 left to play. Aiden Kennedy checking in at quarterback. He's coming under Kircher as center. J.O. Owens and Dobbs in the backfield. It's going to be a toss out to Owens. He's got the corner. He's across the 45-40 down to the 35, and that's enough for a Panther first down.
That was Mars Hill and Destler, or Mars Hill and Brooks, a live look in courtesy of 94.9 The Bull over in Muscle Shoals. So there you have it. Mars Hill enjoying a lead in that one. Right now, Mountain Brook enjoying a lead over James Clemens, 35-14. That James Clemens on the road after opening up week 0 at home. Fife has added another one to the scoreboard over Geraldine. The Red Devils starting to pull away now. They're up 21-6 in the third quarter. Arab is up 28-0 in the third. Fairview has come back to take the lead over Priceville. In our last update we had Priceville leading Fairview. Now Priceville has added another one. They are on top 39-34. So that one is a seesaw affair. That one still in the third quarter. All right, we are at 9 o'clock. Let's get that break in here on the Blitz Sports Radio. This is the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show.
Call.
AVIQ. Who is AVIQ? AVIQ is audiovisual the intelligent way, where we put our IQ to work for your AV needs. With more than 100 years combined experience in audio, video, and automation, our team of experts is dedicated to one thing, helping you discover technological solutions that make your home special. Once you experience a game or a movie on one of our state-of-the-art home theater systems, you may never leave the house again. AVIQ can build the entire system for you or provide the quality components if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But AVIQ is more than just home theater and state-of-the-art sound systems. We offer a variety of control options for home technology. Energy efficiency, heightened security, and improved quality of life are all attainable through the automation of home systems. Intuitive and user-friendly control is our main priority in designing a system that meets your needs. Don't just take our word for it. You need to see it to believe it. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art showroom on University, just east of Jim and Nick's, across from AT&T, or visit aviqhsv.com.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of the Stanton Law Firm. Stan, I guess you are the Stanton in the law firm.
Yes, Wes, that's me, and we started the Stanton Law Firm so that myself and 4 other attorneys with me can help clients litigate, negotiate, and creatively solve legal and real estate problems.
Now, Stan, you grew up on a family farm in this area and have made a name closing on houses and land with your closing company, Jacob Title.
I grew up on a farm which used to be in the country. That, plus having closed on so many homes and farms, one of my colleagues started referring to me as a classic dirt lawyer. Now, I didn't know how to take that at first, that tag, but I realized that's exactly what I do and what I am.
And I know the attorneys at Stanton Law Firm are regular listeners, and we plan to have you on periodically. You and I have seen have impacted this community.
Stay tuned, and you may hear about friends like Steve Booker, Clarence Johnson, Thomas Boyd, and even a few of those offensive line hogs like Hoss Johnson, and maybe you remember some other of those guys too.
I remember Clarence Johnson. He beat us one year. He was unbelievable.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
With us today, Dr. Tracy Lowry of Best Vein Care of Huntsville.
When we evaluate a patient and they indeed have significant venous disease, most third-party payers, private insurance, Medicare, require us to treat every patient conservatively at least 90 days. Conservative treatment includes increasing ambulation, elevation of the legs, and the wearing of compression stockings. It's very common for folks to come see us in March or April wanting to have their veins fixed before they go into swimsuits starting in June. When we see someone in March or April, they're going to require at least 90 days of conservative treatment before we can even go to the insurance carrier to get permission to treat their veins. So if you think you have a venous problem, now is the time to come in and get a free screening so we can determine whether or not you need something evaluated. If you have a vein problem or you think you may have a vein problem, now's the time to contact us at bestveincarehuntsville.com.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
And just like that, we are back with the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard. Joe Scott Tyson here in our Blitz Sports Radio studios. We have got a lot of great high school football action coming your way. This is week 1 of the high school football scoreboard season. Last week we had week 0. We still had some jamborees on the field. We had teams playing regular season games. This week we have everybody in the state, all across the state of Alabama, kicking off the high school football season. And they're fine-tuning that game because next week is when the games really start to matter, because next week everybody will kick off region play throughout the state. So this week here, it's that one final tune-up, or it is your one and only tune-up. as you get ready for region play. So we're going to get you caught up on some of the scores and some of the action. We're going to do live look-ins. We've got 7 games for you to drop in on some live action. I tell you what, let's get you out to SportsMed Field. Austin Coletti.
One more time.
We're going to get you out to SportsMed Field here in just a second as Austin Coletti and the Randolph Raiders playing host to Madison Academy here at SportsMed Field. This one, 97.7 ESPN, the Zone's Zone 3.
An offset side in, and Mario Brewer, the lone receiver, to the right side. Ken Cherry, the running back, lines up to the left hip of his quarterback, Carson Crehan, who takes the snap. Pressure coming from the left side, and a diving catch unable to be made. They tried to go to Judson Collins. He's been a big possession receiver. This time they run him on a short route, so it's going to be 4th and 12.
Got to hold up one more play. So Jeremy Matthews brought a little bit of pressure there, and they got into the quarterback's face, forced a little bit of a quicker throw. What do you do here? How do you attack them? Because I don't think they're going to run the zone read here. I think they're going to put it in the air again. So you got to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback and come up with a play.
4th and 12 from the 27. Crehan giving out the signal. Same formation as the play prior. Calls for the snap, gets it, looking left. Oh, pressure coming from the left side. He's got to step up and make a play with his legs. And the throw tipped away from behind. Graham Beatty, a clutch play by the sophomore.
I thought that really Crehan may have crossed the line of scrimmage before he threw the ball. I didn't see a flag, but Graham Beatty, the sophomore, David Lloyd loving this kid. He holds up and gets his hand on the football. What a play by the Raider defense. We've got 11:40 to go. The Mustangs get nothing on that drive. This is a huge turn of momentum. Now the Raiders went 3 and out last possession. They've got to find a way to methodically move the football and keep that clock running. You score again to go up 3 scores in the middle of the 4th quarter. It's going to make it very difficult on Madison Academy.
That was Austin Coletti and Drudy Arman on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 3. We've got a team coverage of this one from SportsMed Field. So as happy as the Randolph Raider broadcast team was, let's take a listen to the Madison Academy broadcast with Steve Moulton and Glenn Laird.
I mean, that's Holmes or...
That'd be A.J. Rice.
Yeah, Rice. In there, put pressure on the quarterback. He had to unload just a little sooner than he wanted to, but yeah, I mean, a lot of cramps right now. And you are exactly right. I have not seen on the field anyway any Madison Academy player dealing with them.
So a tip of the cap to the conditioning program.
Cody Hughes just added a new person to that staff too. Logan, I cannot remember his last name.
Come on now.
But I know it's age. Could be also the kidney stone I'm dealing with at the moment.
Don't tell me that.
Oh yeah, it's not a fun night.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Well, at least I'm not cramping.
And they're actually stretching out both legs. I mean, this could be a serious issue here for Randolph. They do lead at 32-19, but you can definitely tell that this team is not 100%. We've seen quite a few players, especially on that last scrimmage of downs from Madison Academy. There were players just tapping their helmet every other play, say, get me out, get me out, get me out.
Yeah. This is a long time to deal with cramps, too. But this can be done. I mean, it's not an injury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get off on the sidelines.
Deal with it over there.
Let play get going.
Well,
I mean, I feel for the player.
I will say it is 9:08 Central Time right now.
Yeah.
11 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. I mean, we didn't have a clock last week, but I knew we were done last week after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you're right. But man, just watching him walk it's painful. Just watching him come.
It hurts.
It does.
2nd and 10. Hunter in the shotgun formation, looks left, flings it along the near sideline, has Nick Strong, and Nick Strong is gone. 15-10, 5 in zone. That was 73 yards. right in stride. That was a thing of beauty.
And I don't want to be, I know this sounds ugly, it really does, and I don't mean for it to, but when you take that long to deal with a situation like we did on the field, it gives the offense a chance to really think about what they're going to do and also to get some rest. And so
Nick Strong had cramps earlier.
Yeah.
But he looks all right to me.
He looks okay on that play, that's for sure.
Point after attempt. This would make it 39-19.
All right, that's Steve Moulton, Glenn Laird on the call on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone's Zone 2. Randolph in control of that one tonight from SportsMed Field. All right, I tell you what, let's keep going on some of these partial scores for you. Gunnersville now has opened up a 55-0 lead over Lawrence County. Hansville has opened up a 20-0 lead over West Point. Sylvania shutting out Sacs in the fourth, 19-0. West End over Susan Moore, 17-0 in the fourth. It's Aniana over Dora, 34-3 in the fourth quarter. Winfield and Haleyville, this one just an 8-point game. Winfield on top of Haleyville, 21-13 in the fourth. Lexington over Pisgah, 28-13 in the fourth. East Limestone right now holding on to a 3-point lead over Central, 21-18. It's Randolph over Madison Academy. You just heard it, 38-19. West Limestone now on top of Clements, 49-20. It's Austin and Decatur. This one's still nip and tuck. Decatur in front of Austin, 21-14 in the fourth quarter. Coleman and Jasper. Coleman out in front of this one, 42-21. East Lawrence trailing Winston County still 24-7 in the fourth. Rogers in control of Lauderdale County by 11, 24-13 in the fourth. We continue. Fife has added another score. They're on top of Geraldine, 27-6. That one now into the fourth. It is West Morgan in the fourth, all over Ardmore, 42-0. So West Morgan, I don't want to put it in the books yet, but right now West Morgan well on their way to opening up the season with 2 straight wins. Sparkman's shutting out Huffman, 35-0. So Sparkman's had a fantastic start to the season so far. It's Eider in control of Asbury, 21-0 in the third. Wilson and Colbert Heights. Colbert Heights up front in the third, 13-12. And James Clemens continues to trail Mountain Brook, 35-14. That one coming in the third. North Jackson's up on Scottsboro by 4 now in the third, 18-14. Muscle Shoals still in control of Florence, 38-14 in the third quarter. All right, let's talk some Florence and Muscle Shoals, shall we? Let's head back out to, let's see if we can head back out to Brawley Stadium on 100.1 WLAY. It's Florence hosting Muscle Shoals.
38-14. 66 yards were covered by 8 plays. Jalen Goodwin, the last couple of yards before fumbling, and then recovered by Bentley Baisden. And I tell you what, Bentley Baisden has battled through to be able to come back his senior year after a knee injury a year ago, a couple of setbacks along the way in that recovery, and back out there wearing a brace, and it's good to see both of those twins out there.
Yeah, it's good to see something good happen.
And then Bentley Baisden with a touchdown there on the fumble recovery. 38-14. Trojans on top of the Falcons, 1:13 to go here in the third. Trojan football would like to thank the following sponsors: Red Warrior Foundation, Rick East of Edward Jones, River Cat Photography, Scott Family Chiropractic, Shoals Electric, Shoals Kitchen and Bath, Sims Bart, Sky Zone in Florence, Robbie Myhan and Snap-on Tools, the Southern Gym, Spartan Stones, and Sweet Tree Productions. 1:13 to play here in the third quarter. Trojans lead at 38-14. And we'll see where Stoddard goes with it this time. The last time Stoddard kicked it deep,
he's almost setting up for the push.
Yes, he really is. Hurley took it 99 yards for a touchdown. And I just feel like he's not going to kick it
what
deep.
he's doing. They're just going to put you across the field right here. Not going to chance that.
Hurley back deep playing center field somewhat. Yeah, this is going to be high and short. This may even hit the ground. It does. It's going to be caught at the 20, run straight back up the field. He's going to be hit hard, just over the 25. The returner is Skylar Triplett.
I think, with the stop again.
And the return of 6 yards. Will Weaver in on the stop for the Trojans.
He and Braylon Jones, they've been very active tonight on defense and special teams.
The Falcons will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. The last offensive play was a handoff to Simpson.
All right, that's just a little bit of a look in there from Florence and Muscle Shoals, courtesy of 100.1 WLAY in the Shoals. Big thanks to them tonight. A big thanks to 94.9 The Bull, 105.5 The Big Dog, my 101.5, 97.7 ESPN The Zone for helping us with our look in tonight around high school football. We've got our first final score that have come across the North Alabama High School football scoreboard desk, and that is Gunnersville getting the best of Lawrence County tonight, 55-0. So let's take a look at the Gunnersville Wildcats. We'll move throughout the night. We will do this. We'll kind of go in to their huddle a little bit. We'll check out the teams. We'll check out the scores as well. Gunnersville fell to Southside Gas, or they got the best of Southside Gaston 21-7 last week. They get a win this week. We'll break down that and more on the North Alabama High School football scoreboard show as the night goes along. But I tell you what, let's get a break in. One final break before we join you on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Bailey Custom Boats. We knew our boats were special when we would stop at any outdoor store to stock up on supplies for a boat trip, only to come back out to the parking lot and see people standing on and around our boat and a confused sales rep telling them it's not for sale and they don't even have that type of boat. Fast forward a few years, and now you can buy your very own one-of-a-kind Bailey Custom Boat. We hand-cut our wood from cypress we pull from the river in Mississippi. There's a lifetime warranty on the bill, faster and more maneuverable like a ski boat, and better fuel mileage than any pontoon on the market. With 350 horsepower, a Bailey Custom Boat will go 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. And our custom boats are Coast Guard approved for offshore and virtually unsinkable. We'll be showcasing our custom boats at different lakes over the next few weeks. Find out where at BaileyCustomBoats.com. On YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're taking orders now for 2023 delivery from April to May. You gotta pay to play. Bailey Custom Boats.
Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Welcome to the North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford, with your host, Scott Tyson. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
Good evening and welcome in to our Week 1 edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford. And I tell you what, the scores are coming in, and they are coming in fast and furious tonight. We have got several games already that have gone final tonight, and we are going to give you those scores here in just a second. In fact, let's get you to some of those final scores right now. How about this? The Gunnersville Wildcats, folks, have started the season 2-0. They get a win tonight over Lawrence County, 55-0. And let's take you inside the Gunnersville Wildcat huddle real fast. Gunnersville got that season-opening win last week on the road at Southside Gadsden. They scored a 21-7 win. They backed that up with a 55-0 win tonight over Lawrence County. So next week, Gunnersville will open up region play as they will be at home to Crossville next week to get that region play underway. It's Arab, Boaz, Crossville, Douglas, Gunnersville, Sardis, and Scottsboro. Everybody, that's all part of that region. And Gunnersville will get that season region play started next week. How about the West Morgan? How about West Morgan? West Morgan last week at home taking on Randolph. And West Morgan last week notches a victory to get the season started. And West Morgan tonight on the road at Ardmore, and no problems. They get the shutout win, 49-0. So West Morgan opened the season last week scoring 41 in a win against Randolph. They backed that up tonight by scoring 49 in that shutout win over Ardmore. Now, road's going to get a little tougher now for West Morgan and the Rebels. Next week, they are at home. They're going to be at home against Brooks to open up region play. Then they will travel to Central Florence, and then they will be at home to Rogers before the bye week. So West Morgan starting the year off with 2 straight wins. That's not the only final score that we have for you. Waterloo all over Cherokee tonight, 61-14. That is your final. We got a Tennessee final score as well. Tyner 39, Grundy County 6. That is a final for you. Like I mentioned, the final scores are coming in fast and furious. We've got another one that has come in, the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. The final scoreboard tally is coming on. We have got the band in the house. We've got the interns in the house. Folks, the staff keeps growing year by year here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. The staff just keeps growing and growing. We've got about 11 interns in this building tonight. They are all on their computers. We're checking scores. We're calling coaches. We're taking you inside the huddle. We're going to do that all night long until 11 o'clock here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coleman and Jasper has just gone final, and Coleman notches a 42-21 win there. So let's take you inside the Coleman Bearcats. Let's find out a little bit on Coleman as they get that big win tonight. Here we go. Let's take you inside the Coleman Bearcat huddle. Coleman with that season-opening win last week on the road at Mars Hill. Had to play tough there to get that 13-10 win last week to Mars Hill. Tonight, 42-21, Coleman a winner over Jasper. Next week, oh my goodness, circle the calendar. You looking for a game of the week to start region play. How about this one? The Hartselle Tigers have to travel to Coleman next week to begin region play. That region right there is a tough region because you've got roadblocks such as Muscle Shoals, you've got roadblocks such as Athens, and you got Decatur. Jer Adcock and the Red Raiders, folks, watch out. They have a shot to start the year 2-0, does Decatur. They've got the River City rivalry tonight with Austin, and I can tell you right now, Decatur and Jer Adcock are holding on to that one. We're going to get you a score there here in just a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Next week, you get Hartselle and Coleman. That right there is going to be a quality football game for you. We may have to send one of our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show correspondents out for that one, because that one, my friends, will be a fantastic Friday night contest. All right, let's see if we have any more final scores for you that have come across the desk. We do. We got Helena and Buckhorn. That is a game that you heard there in Huntsville on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Helena all over Buckhorn tonight, 55-17. So Helena comes on the road and gets the best of Buckhorn. Buckhorn, though, 1-1 now on the season. It doesn't matter right now. 1-1 is fine because next week, that is where the rubber hits the road, okay? Those are region games. Those are the games that are going to get you into the playoffs. You just want to make improvement from week 1 to week 2 so you can look good next week in week 3. So let's go real fast. Let's break down the Buckhorn Bucks. What lies ahead for Buckhorn? And head coach Matt Patterson, let's find out for you. Right now, they're going to travel to Gadsden City, and I can tell you right now, Gadsden City is taking on Hewitt-Trussville tonight, and I believe Gadsden City having their hands full with Hewitt-Trussville. So we'll get you a final on that one as the night progresses. All right, keeping on. Welcome into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. If you've been out to a game or if you want to bring in a final score, all you got to do is give us a call, 256-576-4977. That's the number to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. You want to get in on the show, give us a call, and we can take your score. Or if you're at a game and you want to give us a report, just do so. 256-576-4977, and you can join the program here. We are inside the 97.7 ESPN The Zone studios in Huntsville, but you can hear us all across North Alabama. You can hear us all across North Alabama on 100.1 WLAY in Florence, Muscle Shoals, as well as 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden. All right, we mentioned the Gunnersville Wildcats. They were victorious already this evening, and their head coach, Lance Reese, joining us now on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Congratulations on the 2-0 start to the early part of the season.
Thank you very much. We, had 7 new starters on both sides of the ball, so we feel like we're trying to work hard and improve every week, and glad to get this win tonight.
All right, Coach. It was a big win, a 55-0 win. Who kind of shined for you tonight?
In a game like that, a number of people really played well. Antonio Spurgeon's our senior quarterback, and first-year starter. He's been with the program for a number of years. He's really playing well. Offensive line, we got 3 new starters there, so they're playing well. And honestly, if you score 55 points, 55-0, you got to be proud of your defense. E.J. Havis is our junior inside linebacker, and he makes all the calls for us, gets us lined up, and he's kind of the leader of that group.
Well, Coach, last week you opened up. This is Lance Reese, head coach of the Gunnersville Wildcats, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. Coach, you opened up with a 21-7 win last week against Southside Gaston. Coaches always tell us they see the most improvement from week 1 to week 2. How much improvement did you see from your team from week 1 to week 2?
Yeah, last week we stopped ourselves offensively a lot with penalties, turnovers, negative plays. That's really been a point of emphasis this week. So didn't do that on offense. Glad to see that. And, always can work on the kicking game and things like that. So we felt like we did improve, and we're going to try to give that same effort to be a better team next week.
All right, Coach. One more little thought from you. Next week, it's region play already. You've got your 2 non-region games, early games out of the way. Now it's Crossville next week to open up region play.
Yeah, it is. And, Crossville's got a new coach, and I know there'll be a lot of excitement there. But like I said, with so many new players, we got to just focus on ourselves and continue trying to get better, and that's what we're going to do.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Go enjoy the evening and get ready for Crossville next week.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, that's Lance Reese, head coach of the Gunnersville Wildcats on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Gunnersville, a 55-0 winner over Lawrence County. They have now started the season 2-0 for the Gunnersville Wildcats. Last year, Gunnersville was able to get off to a fast start. Well, they lost to Handley to open the year, and then they rattled off all those wins. They had an undefeated region portion of the schedule last year. Last year, they dominated Crossville in that region game, 58-0. That is who they open up with next week to begin region play, does Gunnersville. So Gunnersville Wildcats, your defending region champions. And Lance Reese, by the way, beginning his 12th season as head coach at Gunnersville. So there you go. The final scores, I know we have got some more final scores. Man, folks, I'm looking right now, and I've just gotten handed a bunch of scores from our North Alabama High School football scoreboard show crew. And Decatur, it is a final. Decatur is victorious over Austin in the River City rivalry tonight. How about that? Decatur 28, Austin 14. And we'll see if Jared Adcock can join us a little bit later in the show on that one, because that is a huge win for Decatur. Rogers, a 24-13 winner over Lauderdale County tonight. All right, once again, I got to find that sheet. Yep, Rogers, a 24-13 winner. And it is a final. The Fife Red Devils have knocked off Geraldine 34-6 tonight. So Fife opens up the season. Fife did not play last week. They had a jamboree, did the Red Devils, and Fife this week back on the field for the first time. They get a 34-6 win over Geraldine. Spring Garden, a 27-0 winner over Coosa Christian. It is Destler. Welcome in, Destler Tiger fans. Destler gets a win over Russellville tonight, 14-7. Remember, this one was tied at 7 at the end of 3. Destler finds the end zone in the fourth quarter as they go on to get the best of Russellville tonight, 14-7. So we've got a lot to break down with those two games, especially that Fife Geraldine game. I cannot wait to get inside the numbers and get inside the huddle in that one. Cherokee County over Piedmont tonight. The Cherokee County Warriors, a winner over the Piedmont Bulldogs, 21-14. I tell you what, let's take a quick timeout here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. We're going to get you some more scores and see if we can get some more coaches for you here on the Week 1 edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
The Trash Pandas are back and better than ever. Single game tickets for the 2022 Trash Pandas season are on sale now. This season's promotions include all new giveaway items, specialty jerseys, holiday games, and fireworks all season long. Reserve your seat now while you still can at TrashPandasBaseball.com. Let's rock it.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama A&M University football. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com and view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see ya in the Kia. Go Bulldogs!
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
The Huntsville Sports Commission, a not-for-profit organization, is driven by the love of sports. And we're excited to announce several events already planned for this fall, including the Gulf South Conference Soccer Championship, the AVCA Fall Collegiate Beach Championships, the NCAA Division I Regional Cross Country Championship, and the Running Lane Cross Country Championships. For the love of sports, the Huntsville Sports Commission. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org.
From the Nick Saban Show.
We talk about finishing. That's like the number one word.
To Alabama football.
Touchdown, Alabama!
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Scott Tyson in the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show studios for you. This is week 1 of the high school football season. I know. Last week we sat here in the chair and we told you it's the opening week, and this is week 1. How does that work? Well, the state of Alabama allows you to play 10 weeks or 10 games in 11 weeks. So they have called last week week 0. They call this week week 1. So it's the opening week for half of the teams. It's week 2 for the other half. Next week, we all kind of merge, kind of getting onto that interstate, because next week we begin region play for everybody all across the state of Alabama. So we all kind of merge into one next week. So teams playing that tune-up game, some teams playing that second tune-up game of the season. We have gotten some final scores all ready for you across the North Alabama high school football scene. We've got Cherokee County over Piedmont tonight, 21-14. It's Lookout Valley over Community, 21-14. That is a Tennessee score. Spring Garden over Coosa Christian, 27-0. A Tennessee score. Coffee County, 35. Tullahoma, 14. We've got Fife over Geraldine, 34-6. And I bring that game up for a specific reason, because last year Fife had a monster win streak going on, and they played Geraldine last year, and last season Geraldine stops that win streak of Fife. Last year, Geraldine got a 20-19 win over Fife, which ended that monster winning streak, that monster season winning streak for the Fife Red Devils. This year, Fife, no problems. They get that win over Geraldine in their season opener, 34-6. Now, Fife now has 3 straight region games. They will be at home next week to North Sand Mountain, and then they travel to Whitesburg Christian, and then they get Section on the 16th of September. Those are the 3 straight region games for the Fife Red Devils and head coach Paul Benefield. Now, Geraldine came in fresh off that 36-7 win over Coosa Christian. They stumbled tonight. Road doesn't get any easier for Geraldine. It is back-to-back road games for head coach Michael Davis, as they will travel to Plainview next week, and then they will travel to Hoax Bluff does Geraldine. Then they get Sylvania. So those are the next 3 region games for Geraldine, at Plainview, at Hokes Bluff, and then they host Sylvania before their open date. Let's get you back to the scores. Arab 35, Brewer nothing. It's Hatton. Hatton gets a 54-14 win over the Columbia Eagles. So 54-14 is the final. That drum music right there makes me so happy, because that drum line, we've had them now for 3 years. And we have worked so hard to get that drum line in unison for the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. And I don't know how many years they're going to keep doing it, but man, they sound so good, and we have done so well in getting that on tape that we need our North Alabama High School football drum line for you, and they are back. We are glad they're back. Last week, they did all that work to get ready for week 0, and we only had like a 10-minute show because of Mother Nature. So they did all that hard work, and we didn't even get to use them a ton last week, but we've got to use them this week. We've got another final for you. This one coming from Madison City School Stadium. It is Bob Jones over Athens tonight, 44-21. So we'll have to see if we can get Kelvis White on the phone as well, the Bob Jones Patriot head coach, as the Patriots are victorious tonight, 44-21. Arab over Brewer, we mentioned that one. There it is, Decatur over Austin, 28-14. We need to take a closer look at that Decatur Austin series. So let me see if we can pull that up for you on the numbers. Let's get inside the numbers. Decatur lost last year 13-7 to Austin. This year, Decatur has started the year with back-to-back wins, back-to-back road wins. Last week, they traveled over to the Rocket City. They beat May Jemison 65-0. This week, they beat Austin. And let's see if we can delve into that series just a little bit more between Austin and Decatur. Yeah, that there, boy, oh boy. Decatur had not gotten a win. Before tonight, Decatur had not gotten a win over Austin since 2014. You had to go all the way back to 2014 when they got actually back-to-back wins in that series. 2013, 2014 did Decatur. So tonight, congratulations to Jerry Adcock, and we're see if we can get the old coach on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline here in just a little bit. So Grissom and Hazel Green, we've got one there. Yeah, fourth quarter, just a little bit ago. Hazel Green shutting out Grissom 16-0. So we're trying to effort that one. Last week, Hazel Green ran into a buzzsaw. Charlie Wilburn, we'll have to see if that one holds true, because if it does, that's Charlie Wilburn's first win as a head coach. Charlie Wilburn taking over his first season there in Hazel Green. All right, man, I tell you what, the finals are coming in, and they're coming in fast, and they're coming in furious. We're trying to stay on top of all the final scores here for you on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. And let's see who else we have. Okay, West Limestone, they're a 56-20 winner over Clements this evening. Winston County does get by East Lawrence 40-15. That one has gone final. Addison shuts out Vina 69-0. Mortimer Jordan over Springville 38-0. Rogers over Lauderdale County 24-13. I'm just trying to go through some of our other finals. We've mentioned already Destler over Russellville 14-7. Let's see if we have any more coming in. And our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show staff is kind of looking at me kind of like, well, what are we supposed to do? And we need more final scores, but the clock hasn't run out on all these places. Some of them getting later starts tonight. Winston County, we mentioned, over East Lawrence 40-15. All right, so those are some of the scores that we have. Let's get a quick break because I know more are about ready to go final. So we want to wait for those to hit that 0 mark so we can bring them all to you. Let's get that break in when we come back. More North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
Do you know that your car or truck or SUV may be worth up to 30 or 40% more than it was last year? It's true. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up to a gold certified or blue certified pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or crossover. While our new vehicle inventory continues to build back, our Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles are nearing 100 models to choose from, and a good variety too. Woody Anderson Ford Gold certified vehicles are 6 years or younger with less than 80,000 miles and have passed 172-point inspection by factory certified technicians. They have a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee, a great comprehensive limited warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and go home with full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Get nearly a new ride and none of the worries. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan at Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
This is Wes Neighbors with Phillips with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. We're still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatewitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing. We have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates. Residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed precision overhead garage door service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s. We're going to make a pretty solid run at 90 degrees. Looks like the vast majority of us probably going to end up falling just shy. Isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible through the heart of the afternoon, early into the evening. The vast majority of Friday night football games are going to be fine. It is going to be disgustingly humid, but temperature-wise, looks like we're going to hang out in the upper 70s and lower 80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Follow the Tide right here. Hi, this is Chris Stewart of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Your home of all things Bama is 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Roll Tide.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. We are live tonight on 97.7 ESPN The Zone in Huntsville, 100.1 FM LWLAY in Florence, Muscle Shoals, and 105.9 WKLS in Gadsden and Anniston. It is the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, and the scores are coming in. And, folks, we got to give a huge, and I say a huge, round of applause to the Brindley Mountain Lions, because last week we did not get to spend a lot of time on what Brindley Mountain had to endure and what they had to go through. Brindley Mountain endured one of the seventh longest losing streaks, I believe, in the state of Alabama, in the history of Alabama football, high school football. And last week, Brindley Mountain comes out, and they've been fighting hard. And last week, they got a 26-20 win over Cherokee to start the year 1-0. Brindley Mountain has not had a 2-win season since 2014 when they finished 2-8. They had 2 wins in 2013, 2 wins in 2014. They have not had those. 3 is the program record for wins for Brindley Mountain, that coming back in 2011. Tonight, Brindley Mountain will start the year 2-0, thanks to an 8-6 win over Elkmont this evening. So Brindley Mountain has started the year 2-0. They get a win tonight, 8-6 win over Elkmont to move to 2-0. Bob Jones, they get a win tonight, 44-21 over Athens and head coach Cody Gross. So Kelvis White and the Patriots find the win column for the first time this year. Coleman, a 42-21 winner over Jasper. Folks, we are keeping an eye on this Fairview-Priceville game. That one, I can't wait for that one to go final as well. Arab shuts out Brewer tonight, 35-0. We're keeping an eye on Huntsville and Oxford. We're keeping an eye on Sparkman and Huffman. We're keeping an eye on Gadsden City and Hewitt-Trussville. Oh, we are keeping an eye on all kinds of games. How about Jackson, Olin, and Hartzell? We're keeping an eye on that one. Florence, Muscle Shoals, Hazel Green, and Grissom. Is that Hazel Green Grissom game gone final yet? What was that? Okay, I didn't think they heard you over the air. I mean, that's the thing. See, I'm used to having Chad in here. It's my first show without Chad, so you're going to there we go. What was that final?
Can you hear me now?
There we go. What was that final?
23-0, Hazel Green's over Grissom.
Oh, so Hazel Green, they're victorious tonight, 23-0 over the Grissom Tigers. That means Charlie Wilburn picks up his first win as a head coach there for the Hazel Green Trojans. Last week, oh my goodness, what a rebound it was for Hazel Green. Last week, they got beat by Sparkman 77-9. Grissom at home feeling good. Grissom felt good. They had a lot of momentum. We did have a chance to talk to Rich Dutton this week, the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard show staff. We traveled down to Grissom to do a little talk. We love to get out during the week. We talked to head coach Rich Dutton, and they were extremely happy. Now, Coach did tell us this. Hey, look, his team was getting a lot of pats on the back for that win against Russellville. A lot of job well dones. The hardest coaching job that he said that he was having to do was from week 1 to week 2. Not because they were trying to get better, because everybody was patting the Grissom Tigers on the back. So he was trying to coach against that. This week, Grissom goes on the road tonight, and they fall. So congratulations to Hazel Green, Charlie Wilburn. We got efforts to get Charlie on the show here as well. I know we're trying to give him a call. So next week, Hazel Green will open up region play against Lee. That is one of those new region opponents for the Hazel Green Trojans. That region's kind of looking a little different this year. Lee, Buckhorn, Gaston City, Fort Payne, May Jemison. That makes up that region right there. So Hazel Green will travel to take on Lee. Where does Grissom fall into place? They got that 7A Region 4 going on right now. And Grissom next week, they are going to travel. They're going to be home. It is Huntsville and Grissom. It is the Rocket City rivalry for Huntsville and Grissom next week. That one will be over at Milton Frank Stadium. All right, let's keep going with some of these final scores. It is a final. Lee Generals, we just mentioned the Lee Generals in that region. And the Lee Generals tonight taking on Madison County, and the Lee Generals come away victorious 20-13. So Lee, they are into the win column tonight with that 20-13 win over Madison County. All right, we just got done talking about the Hazel Green Grissom game. We laid it out, what was in store for the Hazel Green Trojans as they get ready for region play next week. But it's all about this week, because their head coach picks up his first win as a Hazel Green Trojan head coach. Hazel Green 23-0 winners tonight over Grissom, and it is Charlie Wilburn, the head coach of the Hazel Green Trojans, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard show tonight. Coach, congratulations.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
really proud of our guys, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, take us inside this one. Hey, the greatest improvement comes from week 1 to week 2. And if there's any team that did a great job of forgetting week 1 and looking ahead to week 2, it's the Hazel Green Trojans.
And, you know, we talked all week about putting Friday night behind us, and two, recognizing, hey, Spartan's really good. I mean, sometimes you just run up on people and they're better at that point. So, you kind of got to take it for what it is and move on. And a huge credit to our kids, man. They listened and they did the little things right. I mean, defensively, golly, we were incredible tonight defensively. Those guys did everything they were asked. And again, Grissom's not a bad football team either. I mean, that's the thing. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them for not listening to, it's so easy now to kind of get caught up in the outside noise of, hey, this is how 1 week went, and it defines you. Well, man, it didn't define our guys, and I'm really proud of them.
Well, Coach, who kind of stood out for you real fast?
What's that?
Who kind of stood out for you tonight on the football field?
Offensively, Mon Caldwell had a couple of big runs. Griffin Fowler, our quarterback, played really well. Johnny Temple had a huge catch. O-line-wise, we played well. Defensively, golly, there were so many. Brandon Long at defensive end played really well. Jay Jones, DJ Tillman at linebacker. I said, anytime you pitch a shutout, there's a lot of credit to go around. And like I said, it was really, really, it was good to see for those kids because, like you mentioned, last week was not so spectacular. So the chance to kind of come back and redeem ourselves and show what happens when, hey, you go out and you go to work and you believe in each other and go see what happens.
All right. Did they give you any kind of Gatorade shower for that first win?
They did get me. I tried to avoid it, but their closing speed is a little better than my ability to run away from them. So they did get me.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations and best of luck next week as you get ready for region play.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for all you do.
All right, that's Hazel Green head coach Charlie Wilburn as we get ready to put a stamp on this first hour, I guess you could say, or first 45 minutes of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. We've got 1 hour to go. We're going to be here till 11 o'clock. We've got more coaches, more scores, more action to get to right here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
Bailey Custom Boats. We knew our boats were special when we would stop at any outdoor store to stock up on supplies for a boat trip, only to come back out to the parking lot and see people standing on and around our boat and a confused sales rep telling them it's not for sale and they don't even have that type of boat. Fast forward a few years, and now you can buy your very own one-of-a-kind Bailey Custom Boat. We hand cut our wood from cypress we pull from the river in Mississippi. There's a lifetime warranty on the bill. Faster and more maneuverable like a ski boat, and better fuel mileage than any pontoon on the market. With 350 horsepower, a Bailey Custom Boat will go 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. And our custom boats are Coast Guard approved for offshore and virtually unsinkable. We'll be showcasing our custom boats at different lakes over the next few weeks. Find out where at Bailey Custom Boats.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford, with your host, Scott Tyson. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
And indeed, welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by one Woody Anderson Ford. And you can join us on the program tonight, 256-576-4977. That's the number to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. You can join us throughout the evening with your scores, your comments, your reaction to what you've seen throughout the Tennessee Valley when it comes to high school football. Tonight we are on 100.1 WLAY in Florence, Muscle Shoals, 105.9 WKLS in Gaston, Anniston, and right here in the Rocket City on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Hey, I know we've got a lot of finals going on this evening, but we also have some partials for you as well. Got some Muscle Shoals and Florence. That one there was about a minute left to go in the game, and Muscle Shoals in control of that one. Oh, we've got a final. How about this? Hey, Coach Charlie Wilburn from Hazel Green just joined the program right before that break and told us, you know what? That Sparkman team is a pretty good football team. Well, they just showed it tonight against Huffman. How about this? Sparkman, a 42-0 winner tonight over Huffman. So if you tally up the 77 points that they scored last week, Sparkman has outscored their first two opponents 119-7. So we're going to have to get LaRon White on there. All right, Mike, producer Mike, we've got we got to try to get LaRon White on as well. So we need to add LaRon White to our list there for the Sparkman Senators. We need to get Kelvis White on. We need to get LaRon White on. We need to try to get Jared Adcock. We've got a long list of coaches that we need to get on tonight because all of these scores are going final. We've got some big-time games right now. Muscle Shoals in Florence, about 5 minutes ago, Muscle Shoals was on top of this one, 44-28 over Florence. And that series there really has been dominated by Muscle Shoals as of late. Florence got the very first 3 wins in that series. Yeah, Florence got a COVID forfeit win. But since then, since the games have been played on the field, Muscle Shoals has rattled off all. All right, let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline because his team was victorious tonight. They even their mark at 1 apiece on the season, and that is the Randolph Raiders. You heard that game over in Huntsville on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Randolph 46-33 winners over the Mustangs, and their head coach David Lloyd joining us now on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, welcome in.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Yeah, talk about this one tonight. You rebound from last week. You obviously found a way to get the ball in the end zone this evening.
Well, I mean, if you go back and look at the film from last week, we really made a lot of just self-inflicting wounds, and we were able to correct those this week. So the plays we missed last week, we were able to capitalize on this week. I mean, Nick Strong found the end zone 5 times. 3 on the ground, 2 through the air. I thought our offensive line really took it to them up front. Really, really pleased with the way our offensive line played all night. Defensively, we played great. We made some big stops when we needed to. Kicking game was much improved this week, so I thought we just did a great job all the way around.
Yeah, Coach Nick Strong, 5 touchdowns tonight. We kind of were listening to the game in the Huntsville area. Cramping, though, a big factor tonight. It's good to see Nick able to finish that one.
Yeah, it was. We had a few guys that were cramping up, and we play guys both ways, so we play a lot there. Sorry, we're a little excited in the office over here. But yeah, he played a great game, and I thought our coaching staff did a great job subbing in guys to give our starters breathers and breaks to kind of let them recover. And I'm just blown away by the grit of our guys just to gut out that 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. Several key guys cramping up, and we're just lining up and playing through it. And that just speaks a lot about the mentality of our team and how much we wanted to win this one.
Well, Coach David Lloyd joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Randolph Raiders victorious tonight. Coach, you've now got those 2 non-region games in the books. Now you turn your attention next week to open region play. St. John Paul II, a home game for you, part of that 3 straight home game stretch for you. Hard to believe next week we open region play.
It is, and we just hope we can take the things that we did well tonight and just start stacking those. Just keep making good plays, keep working hard during the week. There's definitely corrections we need to make and we can get better at. And that's what the week of practice is going to be about. But it's always great going into a region with a big victory, a big win where you can get some confidence about your guys and really focus on the little things. And that's why, I've said it several times, it's why we built the schedule the way we built it, to get ready for region play, to make a run in the playoffs, to see what we've got. And I thought our guys did an incredible job answering back from last week and the adversity they faced last week. So we're super proud of our guys, super proud of our program. And every win's a big win, but now we got to get ready to focus on region play.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Go celebrate.
We will, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.
All right, David Lloyd, the Randolph Raiders there joining us. Let's get to some scores tonight here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. All right, let's run them down. Sparkman, a 42-0 win over Huffman tonight. It's Huntsville falling to Oxford 35-20. Bob Jones over Athens 21-14. Decatur over Austin 28-14 in the River City rivalry. It's Coleman over Jasper. 42-21. Hazel Green over Grissom 23-0. Hatton over Columbia 54-14. Helena over Buckhorn 55-17. It's Priceville over Fairview, 54-47. West Limestone over Clements, 56-20. It's Destler over Russellville, 14-7. Cherokee County over Piedmont, 21-14. Rogers over Lauderdale County, 24-13. West Morgan over Ardmore, 49-0. Arab shuts out Brewer, 35-0. Gunnersville shuts out Lawrence County 55-0. Randolph over Madison Academy 46-33. Lee over Madison County 20-13. Douglas over DAR 56-17. It was Fife over Geraldine 34-6. Elkmont over Brindley Mountain 20-16. It was Waterloo over Cherokee 61-14. Let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline because his team was victorious tonight. They have started the season with 2 straight wins. West Morgan over Ardmore tonight, 49-0. The Rebels have started the year 2-0, and their head coach, Drew Phillips, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Coach, that's back-to-back strong performances. You scored 41 in the opener last week, 49 tonight. Safe to say that offense feeling good after 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm proud of our guys. I felt like we kind of got off to a slow start last week offensively, and The guys came in tonight. We had a great game plan, and they executed. And, you know, I'm extremely proud of their effort and their attitude and the preparation that we had all week.
Well, Coach, talk about who kind of stood out for you tonight.
Our quarterback, Braxton Peters, he was 21 of 26 for 300 yards. And Jalen Fletcher had 4 touchdowns. But really, you know, our and Tyrus Mosley had a touchdown catch. But I thought our offensive line did a tremendous job of giving us time and allowing Braxton to throw the ball around a little bit. And then, of course, defensively as a whole unit, I think those guys did a really good job together and you know, holding them to 0 and you know, getting off the field, allowing our offense to have opportunities.
All right, Coach. Well, next week you open up region play at home with Brooks. The road doesn't get any easier. Region play, though, is where you put the hay in the barn, and that starts next week.
Yeah, you know, we're going to enjoy this one tonight, and tomorrow we'll be, as coaches, we'll be right on to the next one. So, you know, we're looking forward to it. We just got to get better, you know, each day.
Coach, they say you biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2. Did you see a lot of improvement in your team from that opening win last week?
Yeah, I think so. You know, we had a lot of things that happened game 1 happen, you know, and I thought that tonight we fixed a lot of those things and improved a lot. But, you know, we still got a lot to improve on. We had too many penalties tonight. So, you know, that's something that we're going to continue to work on and try to get better at.
All right, West Morgan head coach Drew Phillips, kind enough to join us tonight for a minute on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having us on. Thanks for what y'all do to cover these high school kids and players.
All right, thank you. All right, we've got I need to make a little correction. I went on a nice little rant about Brindley Mountain, and that was actually a partial score. So our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show defs are going to have to do push-ups for giving me the partial score there. But the final score, Elkmont does get that first win, 20-16 tonight over Brindley Mountain. So it is Elkmont 20, Brindley Mountain 16. And for Chris Bunio, that is his first win, I believe, as Elkmont head coach. I need to go in here and find that out. It is. Chris Bunio picks up his first win as Elkmont head coach. Last week, Elkmont opened up the season taking on Sheffield. They fall 47-20. This week, they get a win 20-16 over Brindley Mountain. So the Elkmont Red Devils, they have moved to 1-1 on the season. All right, let's get you caught up on some more final scores here around the Tennessee Valley. We have got a lot of them, folks, they are coming in. How about this? Valley Head over Section tonight, 26-20. It is West End over Susan Moore, 24-0. It is Winston County over East Lawrence, 40-15. Again, West Morgan over Ardmore, 49-0. It's Pisgah over Lexington, 29-28. That was a close ball game. Lexington would lead 21-7 at the half. Pisgah comes back to get that win. Oxford over Huntsville tonight, 35-20. That one was over at Milton Frank Stadium. J.B. Pennington over Locust Fork, 35-7. It was Lee over Madison County, 20-13. Gunnersville, a shutout win over Lawrence County, 55-0. It was Coleman over Jasper, 42-21. Hartselle over Jackson Olin, 38-6. So the Hartselle Tigers get a win tonight over Jackson Olin. Boy, all Hartselle does is win during the regular season. Helena over Buckhorn, 55-17. For our listeners in Huntsville, they heard that one on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Hatton over Columbia, 54-14. Elkmont over Brindley Mountain, 20-16. Brindley Mountain did lead that game 8-6 at the half. Douglas over DAR, 56-7. It was Decatur Heritage over Carbon Hill, 28-16. Other finals, the River City rivalry, Decatur over Austin, 28-14. Fife over Geraldine, 34-6. And it's Arab over Brewer, 35-0. Let's see if we have any more final scores that we need to get into. That Priceville-Fairview game, that one intrigues me so much because I want to go inside the numbers here on that Priceville-Fairview game. Okay, so the last time they faced each other was back in 2019. Priceville got a 31-21 win back in 2019. All time, Fairview has dominated that series 5-1. So this is only the second win for Priceville in that series with Fairview. Now last year, Priceville notched their first double-digit win season. Did they? That is now back-to-back wins for Priceville in this series. So Priceville had dropped 5 straight to Fairview, and now they have won 2 straight in the series with that win tonight. So congratulations to the Priceville Bulldogs as they get that 54-47 win. It's Bob Jones over Austin, 44-21. Hazel Green shuts out Grissom, 23-0. Coleman over Jasper, 42-21. It was West Limestone over Clements, 56-20. Destler over Russellville, 14-7. And I know we've got some more finals here that I do want to get to. Decatur Heritage over Carbon Hill. We've been waiting for that final to come in tonight. And it is Decatur Heritage. I believe Decatur Heritage going to 2-0 on the season. Let's see if we got that. Let me pull that up. 28-16, Decatur Heritage with the final. All right, who do we got on the what coach we got? Oh, Kelvis White. Yes, Kelvis White, the Bob Jones Patriots victorious tonight. 44-21 over Athens, their head coach, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, congratulations, 44-21 winners.
Yes, sir. Like I said, it was a big win for us. I thought the guys played really hard.
Yeah, what kind of stood out for you tonight? Because Cody Gross's Athens team, we know they were going to come in well prepared and well coached. What kind of stood out for you tonight?
Well, again, Athens had a good team, but we kind of I think we were a little more physical up front, and that was the difference. Our offensive and defensive line stepped up. We challenged them this week, and they answered the call. So again, I'm proud of that. I think we won the battle up front, and I don't know how many of y'all who rushed for it, but I know we had a lot of success running the football.
Yeah, Coach. Last week it was a tough one against Muscle Shoals. How much did you see your team improve from that week 1 to week 2 game?
Well, a lot. Like I say, we especially with our offensive defensive line, those guys, and Muscle Shoals had a lot to do with that. They have a really good team, but we challenged the guys, and again, I thought it was a great team effort. We still made some mistakes for things we got to clean up, but I'm proud of them tonight.
Off the top of your head, any kind of players stand out for you tonight?
Well, I thought Tyron Washington had a big night. I don't know how many yards he rushed for, but him and my quarterback Rayshon Hardy did well, and I think defensively the total unit. I think we flew around, we made some big tackles, and again we were physical. So I was really pleased with that.
Well, Coach, next week it's the rivalry game. James Clemens, Bob Jones. You begin rivalry play. 2 non-region games in the books for you. Just real fast, what have you learned from your team in those 2 games?
Well, like I said, we've had some ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I think we have some great leadership, and again, it was a really good Athens team. So I was just proud of the way we stepped up, and again, we got to continue to improve. JC, they played 2 top 10 ranked teams in 6A, so we're gonna have to go out and play well to beat them. I know they'll be ready to play.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go celebrate on this Friday night.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Kelvis White, Bob Jones head coach. The Patriots victorious tonight, 44-21 over Athens. Let's keep rolling right along with the scoreboard machine. We are a machine on this Friday, and the band is back in the house. We don't give them much of a break We want them playing all night long because that means we are giving you scores from all over the Tennessee Valley on WLAY FM in Florence Muscle Shoals, WKLS in Gaston and Anniston, and in Huntsville on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. DAR and Douglas. Douglas gets a win tonight, 56-7 over DAR. Chris Bunio and his Elkmont Red Devils, they're victorious over Brindley Mountain. That's his first win as an Elkmont head coach, 20-16. Hartselle over Jackson Olin, we mentioned, 38-6. Decatur Heritage over Carbon Hill, 28-16. And we need to start there with Decatur Heritage. I want to go just real quickly, not spend a ton of time here on the Eagles, but head coach Nikita Stover, that's right, that former Alabama standout, Nikita Stover, he is 2-0 as Decatur Heritage head coach. He got a win last week against Section, a 2-point win against Section. This week, he notches a 10-point win against Carbon Hill, does Nikita Stover. Now, Decatur Heritage will have 3 straight region games. Next week, they'll be on the road at Valley Head. Then they have Coosa Christian and then at Cedar Bluff. And then they return home to New Hope. And then they're going to close out September at home with Appalachian. But Nikita Stover and the Decatur Heritage Christian Eagles, they moved to 2-0 tonight with that win. Let's keep the scores kind of moving along if we can here. New Hope, they are victorious over Sardis tonight. New Hope gets a win. Let's mark that one down in the books. How about a 14-6 win for New Hope? The Indians are victorious, and let's take a look here real fast at the New Hope Indians, and that is Tyler Johnson's first win. We got a lot of firsts tonight on the scoreboard. Tyler Johnson in the season opener tonight was the season opener for the New Hope Indians as they were at home taking on the Sardis Lions, and Sardis and New Hope gets a win tonight. So congratulations to Tyler Johnson as he gets a win tonight in his debut as the New Hope Indian head coach. And speaking of debuts tonight, it was... speaking of debuts, Chris Bunio started, tonight was his second game as Elkmont head coach, and they were taking on Brindley Mountain on the road tonight, was Elkmont. And congratulations to Chris Bunio and the Elkmont Red Devils. They get a win tonight over Brindley Mountain, 20-16, and Coach Bunio now celebrating his first win as Elkmont head coach. Congratulations, Coach, on the win tonight. And talk about the challenge tonight taking on Brindley Mountain.
Yeah, Brindley, we played them at their place, and, they just came off their first win in over 4 years. And so they were really pumped and excited to go against us this week, too. They had a heck of a quarterback. He probably ran for over 200 yards on us. But, it was pretty close up until halftime. We were only down 2. And then, come out second half, they scored again. Then we were down 2 scores. But our guys just kept fighting. They kept punching. And, what was just special to see is our guys just not give up. And that's exactly what they did. They didn't give up, and they didn't win a game last year. They went 0-10. And so for them to crawl back behind 2 scores in the second half and come out with a win, it's pretty cool.
Well, Coach, who kind of stood out for you on both sides of the ball?
Offensively, our quarterback, Cole Holt, he did a good job of running the offense and making some good reads. And he ran for a good bit. He probably ran for over 100 yards. Defensively, really, I would say our entire D-line, Brindley's quarterback is pretty dang athletic, and he's tough when you get in space with him. So they did a good job of at least containing them a little bit towards the end there. And, in the first half, they didn't do too well, but they responded second half by making sure that, he stopped getting big gains on us.
All right, Coach. Well, how does it feel? How does it feel to get that first win as an Elkmont head coach?
Oh, it's great. We didn't do too hot last week. We had a few turnovers in the first quarter and kind of put us in a bind. So it's nice to respond for week 2 and get a win. And this is my first year at Elkmont, so it's great to get a win early in the season, and hopefully it continues.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations. Chris Munoz, the head coach of the Elkmont Red Devils, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, congratulations, and best of luck next week as you kick off region play.
Yes, sir. Phil Campbell on the road Thursday night. Thank you.
All right, thanks. That's Elkmont Red Devil head coach Chris Munoz joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Let's get you into a break. When we come back, we're going to run down the entire score list here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
Chapman Commercial Realty, your source for Alabama commercial real estate. Chapman Commercial Realty has the experience and expertise you're looking for when making commercial real estate decisions. If it's office space, retail space, investment property, or project development, Chapman Commercial Realty is your answer. Call Bill Chapman today at 256-656-8413. That's 256-656-8413. Or find them online at chapmancommercialrealty.com.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialist from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialist from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
What's better than Valley Equipment Rental? 2 Valley Equipment Rentals, and that's just what we have now. The original on the South Memorial Parkway between Drake and Airport Road, and their second location on North Memorial Parkway just north of Winchester Road. Valley Equipment is locally owned and has more skid steers, excavators, and lifts than anyone in the area, plus all the small tools that you need to get the job done like a pro. And if you are a pro, you need to check out the new North location now because Valley Equipment has what you need. Learn more at valleyequipmentrents.com.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Live local shows.
Hello.
Live local play-by-play.
Oh, now's a good time to check the radio.
Plus, the power of ESPN Radio. It's all right here. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
And welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Scott Tyson with you. Presented by, tonight, we are presented all season long here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show by Woody Anderson Ford. Could not do it without their help. So thank you to Woody Anderson Ford for that. And I did not have that in. I was trying to do that, getting us back. So who do we got? Oh, let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. The Albertville Aggies, they are victorious tonight. 41-30 winners over Boaz, and their head coach, Chip English, kind enough to join us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, welcome in, and congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it, guys. I'm glad y'all still remember me down here in Marshall County.
Oh, we haven't forgotten you. Not now. Nice win tonight. Nice win tonight over Boaz. Gets you to 1-1 on the season. What kind of stood out for you tonight?
Well, I mean, the guys played lights out. We went through adversity. I mean, I think the lead changed probably 3 times, and was able to, kind of step up and do some things. Really proud of our guys. We put a lot of puppies on the field, and they kind of grew up a little bit tonight. Winning's not always pretty. We kind of have to figure it out and learn, and it's a learned habit. And, those guys were learning tonight, and really, really proud of the team.
Coach, who kind of stood out for you? You mentioned the young ones. Who kind of stood out for you tonight?
Well, our receiving core, Cooper Colvin, I think he caught 1 or 2, I can't remember, but went over 100 yards. Another sophomore wide receiver, Hunter Smith, went over 100 yards. Our quarterback, I think, had like 240 in the first half. So, just really those guys stepping up. Last week our offensive line didn't really perform well. Tonight they really did well against the good Boaz defense. So, really proud of our offense and kind of how they responded, to last week's performance. So it's good to be 1-1 and get on the winning side of things.
Yeah, how much improvement did you see from your team in week 1 to week 2?
Huge, and the biggest thing is look, we faced a good Arab team and we didn't perform well, and we got embarrassed. I told the guys that half the teams in the state are 0-1. We're not in a hole, we're not in a bad spot, we're not in a predicament. We just got to continue to work and prepare. And the guys did that. Their mindset, they were able to shift into gears and really put everything in front of them and came out.
Well, Coach, now this is Chip English, head coach of the Albertville Aggies, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, now you turn your attention to region play next week.
Yeah, we got Florence, and we're going there. So, everybody in Huntsville and in Albertville know that Florence is a long bus ride. And so look forward to it. And our school system's going to get out of school early, and we're going to make it a big deal. And hopefully we can open up region play. I don't know much about Florence. They got the new coach, and so we'll start turning our attention to them tonight, and hopefully continue the momentum in the right direction.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck going on. And trust me, we haven't forgotten you. We haven't forgotten
I hear you.
All right, Coach. Congratulations. All right, let's run down some scores real fast because we've had some more go final for you here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. That was Chip English, head coach of the Albertville Aggies. Again, Sparkman, a 42-0 winner tonight over Huffman. Oxford, a 35-20 winner over Huntsville. Bob Jones, a 44-21 winner over Athens. Decatur over Austin, 28-14. It's Hartselle over Jackson Olin, 38-6. Fort Payne over Etowah, 26-14. Coleman over Jasper, 42-21. Muscle Shoals over Florence, 44-28. Hazel Green over Grissom, 23-0. Hatton over Columbia, 54-14. Helena over Buckhorn, 55-17. It's Priceville over Fairview, 54-47. West Limestone over Clements, 56-20. Destler over Russellville, 14-7. Aniana over Dora, 41-17. Good Hope over Vinemont, 34-22. It's Cherokee County over Piedmont, 21-14. It's Rogers over Lauderdale County, 24-13. Sylvania over Sacs, 19-6. West Morgan over Ardmore, 49-0. Arab shuts out Brewer, 35-0. Gunnersville over Lawrence County, 55-0. Albertville over Boaz, 41-30. Randolph over Madison Academy, 46-33. You heard Coach David Lloyd on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show talk about that one. Scottsboro over North Jackson, 26-18. New Hope over Sardis, 14-6. Lee over Madison County, 20-13. Douglas over DAR, 56-7. J.B. Pennington over Locust Fork, 35-7. Elkmont, you heard Chris Bunio talk about his win over Brindley Mountain, 20-16. Pisgah over Lexington, 29-28. Falkville over Danville, 41-15. Whitesburg Christian over Victory Christian, 28-20. Dade County over North Sand Mountain, 50-13. All right, let's hit the pause button real fast, and let's just get a quick update again on that Randolph-Madison Academy game. He was the color man for the call there in Huntsville on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drudy Armand joining us this evening. He was there for the sidelines on that one. Randolph pulling away tonight over Madison Academy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was an unbelievable performance by David Lloyd and his coaching staff. It was really the Andrew Hunter show. 17 of 22, 328 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He did a great job on the ground too. 6 carries for 49 yards, and then 6 touchdowns for Nick Strong. 195 all-purpose yards for him, Scott. He had 2 wheel route TDs that were really backbreakers. And then last week we talked about that Randolph struggled in the red zone. Well, they were perfect tonight. Absolutely perfect. 6 for 6. And did a great job. Much more sound in the kicking game as well. And defensively, they were opportunistic. They did a great job in the secondary, led by Grayson Davenport and Connor Goodson. And of course, Goodson had an early interception, but it was a great team win, and they were able to get enough stops in the second half. And then the key was playing out front. They never let Madison Academy get within 1 score. It was pretty much they had a 2 score or more lead the entire second half. They kept their foot on the gas, and Andrew Hunter was just absolutely a surgeon back there. Great job by the O-line to give him time. And that Madison Academy secondary they lost some talent back there last year, Scott. They lost 17 seniors, and they're still kind of trying to find themselves. Yeah. Bob Godsey not happy with their defense, but really great win, the first ever over the Mustangs for Randolph, and now they're 1-1 headed into the David Lloyd Bowl as they will host the JP2 Falcons next week.
Yeah, how much improvement did you see? Coach told us what he saw, but how much improvement did you see from Randolph from that loss last week to West Morgan to this week with that win against Madison Academy?
I saw outstanding improvement. I saw the biggest thing was handling yourself offensively and defensively in the red zone, Scott. They basically lost the game in the red zone last week when they didn't execute on offense, left some points on the field. Defensively, they didn't get some key stops in short yardage situations. They got some penalties. They didn't get many penalties tonight. They were perfect offensively in the red zone, and there was a couple of times where they stopped Madison Academy on downs and then made them work. Did a really good job in the red zone of tackling. Nearly had a couple of goal line stands where MA had to burn a lot of clock to score. And then what they did is the key, too, was when they had to take some air out of the ball in the fourth quarter with under 8 minutes to go, Nick Strong was tremendous on the ground, got some big first downs, and then, and then on a third down and long, Andrew Hunter just absolute dime to Connor Goodson to get the ball into the red zone, where, of course, Nick Strong, just with his 6th touchdown, did a great job of breaking tackles and physical running in the red zone to score and put the game away and put the nail in the coffin. And I know this is a big win for Randolph. They'd never beaten Madison Academy before. They were frustrated last week. They felt like they let one get away to a really solid West Morgan team from Coach Drew Phillips. But a 1-1 record right now going into region play, and I know Randolph's excited to get to 4A Region 8 and try to make a playoff run now.
That's right. It's region play beginning next week. All right. You guys are where next? Where's Randolph next? Oh, you're
hosting
right.
the David Lloyd Bowl against St. John Paul. The JP2 coming back to face their old coach, David Lloyd, so that'll be emotional. And now, football is a funny game, man. Last week, the Hazel Green Trojans lose 77-9 to the Sparkman Senators. Turn around this week and shut out our team of the week, the Grissom Tigers, 23-0. What a job, though, by I got to give Charlie Wilburn a lot of credit in those kids, showing a lot of resiliency, coming back and getting a win, 23-0 at home, and I know they're excited about that.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Wilburn already in the locker room, and he said he was excited about that one, and he said that the kids did a great job of forgetting the Week 1 loss and looking into Week 2. All right, that's Drudy Yarman with us. He was in Huntsville tonight on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, and he was part of the Randolph-Madison Academy broadcast there for the Huntsville station, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Let's stay on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. His Lee Generals were victorious tonight, and that is Irving McGuire, the head coach of the Lee Generals, kind enough to join us this evening. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, a 20-13 win over Madison County.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right, Coach, what kind of stood out to you tonight?
Well, our guys were able to fight through some adversity tonight. We got a lot of guys back from that Westminster game where we felt like we kind of ran out of gas, but we were able to bring back 2 starters, and they stood out and they played well for us this week. But they stayed together as a team. Offense didn't get down, defense didn't get down. They just bowed their neck and they just fought for each other.
All right, Coach, who kind of stood out for you player-wise? Anybody that you can remember?
Well, I'm going to tell you about Madison County. They got a defensive end named Wiggins, and he gave us fits all night. He's a defensive end running back, and he is a doggone load, man. But for us, Brandon Johnson, one of our top skill guys, he was able to touch the end zone multiple times again tonight. Right now, I think he's right about 4 touchdowns on the year. He did a great job. Brandon Taylor at wide out, and we were able to get some of the basketball kids out in these coming weeks. A young kid named Isaiah Scott was able to step in a starting role and play some meaningful minutes for us, and it was big.
All right, Coach, how much improvement? You kind of alluded to it a little bit there, but how much improvement did you see from your guys from Week 1 to Week 2?
Oh, it was big. We played a lot of guys both ways due to numbers. Week 1, this week we went to 2 platoons, so we limited those guys playing both sides of the ball, and it helped us tremendously with our conditioning and being able to make plays late in the game.
All right, Coach. Well, now you look ahead to region play next week.
Oh, yes, sir. We got Hazel Green. We get to go face Charlie. He's doing a great job over there, Hazel Green, and I look forward to it.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Go celebrate this first one of the year, and look forward to region play next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great night.
All right, that was Irving McGuire, Lee General head coach, just a little bit there. His team victorious tonight over Madison County. All right, tell you what, let's get one more break in. When we come back, we're going to run down the whole entire gamut. We've got all your scores coming your way next on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville, and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
AVIQ. Who is AVIQ? AVIQ is audiovisual the intelligent way, where we put our IQ to work for your AV needs. With more than 100 years combined experience in audio, video, and automation, our team of experts is dedicated to one thing, helping you discover technological solutions that make your home special. Once you experience a game or a movie on one of our state-of-the-art home theater systems, you may never leave the house again. AVIQ can build the entire system for you or provide the quality components if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But AVIQ is more than just home theater and state-of-the-art sound systems. We offer a variety of control options for home technology. Energy efficiency, heightened security, and improved quality of life are all attainable through the automation of home systems. Intuitive and user-friendly control is our main priority in designing a system that meets your needs. Don't just take our word for it. You need to see it to believe it. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art showroom on University, just east of Jim and Nick's, across from AT&T, or visit aviqhsv.com.
Do you know that your car or truck or SUV may be worth up to 30 or 40% more than it was last year? It's true. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up to a gold certified or blue certified pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or crossover. While our new vehicle inventory continues to build back, our Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles are nearing 100 models to choose from, and a good variety too. Woody Anderson Ford Gold certified vehicles are 6 years or younger with less than 80,000 miles and have passed 172-point inspection by factory certified technicians. They have a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee, a great comprehensive limited warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and go home with full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Get nearly a new ride and none of the worries. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan at Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
Here's something to get your tailgating in gear this football season. Brooks & Collier have the perfect selection of outdoor furniture for your dream backyard and the biggest selection of grills from Big Green Egg, Traeger, Blaze, Memphis, and Montalpi. Football season is grilling season. Lucy and Ivy, they're just waiting on something to fall off the grill. And remember, you could qualify for 12 months deferred interest with Synchrony Bank. Brooks & Collier, 813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. You know, you'll hear people say we're like a family, but here at the Lackey Law Firm, that's really true, not just a saying.
I'm Justin Lackey. With my father and my sister, we have a special connection to each other.
I'm Jennifer Lackey. At the Lackey Law Firm, when we take on your case, you become part of our family. You really do.
And we'll always do whatever it takes to get everything you deserve.
If you're injured, you worry about getting well, not about paperwork or insurance companies or figuring out how to get to your lawyer's office. I'll come to you.
We worry about your case so you don't have to.
When you've been injured, we know that your case is probably the biggest thing going on in your life. More important than almost anything else.
And it's important to us too, for one simple reason. Family takes care of each other, and at the Lackey Law Firm, we'll take care of you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hey there, folks. Bob Baumhauer here. We're celebrating 40 legendary years here at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. And to kick this off, we're coming in hot with our all-new Alabama Hot Chicken. Fresh southern fried chicken breast smothered in a blend of tangy, immune-boosting herbs and spices with a spicy finish. Served up with a side of homemade smoked Gouda cheese grits, Miss Mary southern greens, and garlic bread. And there's plenty more where that came from. Stop in today and celebrate with us. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Listen to Buckhorn High School football all season long.
Landrum down near the goal line, and he's in for the Bucs touchdown.
On 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Scott Tyson with you as we get ready to do the final segment here of the night. We've got a lot of scores that we want to run down for you tonight. The Sparkman Senators victorious over Huffman 42-0. Oxford over Huntsville 35-20. It's Bob Jones over Athens 44-21. Decatur over Austin 28-14. It's Hewitt Trussville all over Gadsden City tonight 64-17. Hartselle a big win tonight over Jackson Olin 38-6. And we mentioned all Hartselle does is win during the regular season. And if we look at the Hartselle Tigers and you go all the way back to last season, Hartselle had a perfect regular season, did the Tigers. So they won 10 regular season games in 2021. You go back to 2020, they ended the year with 3 straight regular season wins in 2020. So you combine those, that's 13. You add the 2 for this year, and you're looking at, I believe, 15 straight regular season wins now for the Hartselle Tigers. Next week, we told you circle the calendar because they travel to Coleman next week to kick off region play. Does Brian Moore and the Hartselle Tigers. So they were a winner tonight, 38-6. Fort Payne over Etowah, 26-14. Coleman over Jasper, 42-21. Muscle Shoals gets the win over Florence tonight, 44-28. And a little bit about that one. That series is relatively new, keep in mind, because Florence, in the grand scheme of things, Florence is still a relatively young program. So when you look at this rivalry, this was only I believe the 11th meeting between the two teams, Florence and Muscle Shoals. And Florence got the win in the first 3 games, 2010, 2011, and 2014. Florence rattled off 3 straight in the series. Now, in 2020, Florence did get a win in the series, but that was a COVID forfeit game. So games played, if you're talking about strictly games played, Muscle Shoals came in tonight riding a 6-game win streak against Florence in just purely games played. Florence falls tonight. Muscle Shoals gets that win tonight over Florence, 44-28. And Muscle Shoals has looked every bit impressive in their first 2 games of the year. They got a win last week, 31-7 against Bob Jones. Tonight, they get that win. Muscle Shoals is playing 4 non-region games this year. And what's funny about that schedule, or what's interesting about that schedule, is all 4 games will come against 7A opponents for Muscle Shoals. They played Bob Jones last week. They have Florence this week. They have James Clemens on the 23rd of September. And then they have Sparkman on the 27th of October to end the regular season. Hazel Green, a 23-0 winner over Grissom. Hatton, 54-14 over Columbia. Helena, a 55-17 winner over Buckhorn. James Clemens, a 42-21 winner. Mountain Brook, a 42-21 winner over James Clemens. Priceville, a 54-47 winner over Fairview. West Limestone over Clemens, 56-20. Destler over Russellville, 14-7. And apparently we've given the drum line the night off because, well, no, there they go. They're back. We've trained them. We've had them practice all night. They've got to be able to practice.
Well, and Scott, we got another final I know you were looking for. Mars Hill 64, Brooks 35 in that final.
Yeah, Mars Hill, that one was at Brooks tonight. Mars Hill nearly pulled off the big win last week against Coleman. They fell 13-10 last week. This week they were on the road, and Mars Hill moving up in class, remember. So it's not an easy task for Mars Hill Bible, but they do get that big win tonight over Brooks. Cherokee County over Piedmont, 21-17. 14. Rogers over Lauderdale County, 24-13. Sylvania over Sacs, 19-6. Good Hope over Vinemont, 34-22. Aniana over Dora, 41-17. It was West Morgan over Ardmore, 49-0. Arab over Brewer, a shutout win there, 35-0. Gunnersville over Lawrence County, 55-0. Albertville over Boaz, 41-30. It's Randolph over Madison Academy, 46-33. Scottsboro over North Jackson, 26-18. New Hope gets a win tonight. Tyler Johnson gets his first win as New Hope head coach in the season opener for the Indians, 14-6. Lee over Madison County, 20-13. Douglas over DAR, 56-7. JB Pennington over Locust Fork, 35-7. Fife pulls away late to get that win over Geraldine, 34-6. That one was a close one at the half, but Fife able to add some second half points up there to kind of pull away. Elkmont over Brindley Mountain, 20-16. Pisgah over Lexington, 29-28. Falkville over Danville, 41-15. Whitesburg Christian Academy, they've started the year 2-0 over Victor Christian, 28-20. Dade County, Georgia over North Sand Mountain, 50-13. It's Waterloo over Cherokee, 61-14. Addison over Vinus, 69-0. Valley Head over Section, 26-20. Decatur Heritage over Carbon Hill, 26-18. We've got all kinds of more scores going on for you here. Let's see if we can run them all down in case we missed anybody. East Lawrence falls to Winston County. West of it is Valley Head over Section, 26-20. Scottsboro over North Jackson, 27-18. It is Sylvania over Sacs, 19-6. Lexington and Pisgah, what a ball game that was. Pisgah a 29-28 winner over Lexington. Kind of cruising around here to make sure that we have gotten all of the scores for you. Dade County, Georgia over North Sand Mountain, 50-13. We mentioned that one. It was Cold Springs over Holly Pond, 16-8. East Limestone over Central Florence, 35-21. So East Limestone, remember, they ushered in a new era as well over at East Limestone. Clint Woodfin taking over as head coach of the Indians, and Clint Woodfin gets his first win as Indian head coach. Next week, it is at Fairview for East Limestone, and then they will host Brewer and Russellville. Those are the first three games for East Limestone as they get ready to open up region play next week. We mentioned the Sparkman Senators and how impressive they were. We mentioned their schedule. Decatur Red Raiders. How about Decatur Red Raiders and Jer Adcock? Decatur once again victorious tonight over Austin. And for Decatur, they start the season 2-0. And Decatur next week will have Athens at home. Then they will travel to Coleman and then be at home at Hazel Green before the Decatur Red Raiders have their off break. And that'll come on the 23rd of September. All right. Whew. That's our Week 1 edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. Big thank you to all of the coaches that joined the show tonight. In case you missed any of those interviews, you can head to the 97.7 ESPN The Zone SoundCloud page out of Huntsville, and you can check out all of the interviews from tonight. They are all there as well. Big thanks to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show band, the gaggle of interns, producer Mike on the controls, getting all of the coaches online for tonight and getting us all on the air. What a job it's been. We're going to be back at it next week as we start region play. Folks, they say the greatest improvement is from Week 1 to Week 2. For us, it comes on region play. Thanks to Woody Anderson Ford for making all of this happen.
This is an Alabama legacy moment.
Born Henry Louis Aaron on February 5, 1934 in Mobile, baseball icon Hank Aaron first honed his baseball skills while growing up in Alabama. He is best known for breaking Babe Ruth's record of 714 home runs, ultimately hitting 755, a record that stood from 1974 to 2007. During his career, Aaron was a member of the Milwaukee and then Atlanta Braves for 21 seasons and made the National League All-Star team every year from 1955 to 1974. He won 3 Gold Glove Awards for outfield, and his lifetime records for most runs batted in and most extra base hits still stand. Aaron was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982 with 97.8% of the votes cast. In 2002, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor.
Sponsored by the Alabama Bicentennial Commission, the ABA, and this station.
Attention pet owners. If you're like me or a lot of us here at 97.7 The Zone, you are a pet owner. This is Steve Moulton for the Greater Huntsville Humane Society and would like to ask you for your help. The Greater Huntsville Humane Society is asking for our help for their Good Samaritan Fund. These are animals that need surgeries for people that cannot afford these surgeries for their dogs, for their cats. I've adopted from the Greater Huntsville Humane Society myself. I have a 4-year-old cat named Trick and a 6-month-old puppy named Kirby. There are many ways you can donate to the Greater Huntsville Humane Society. You can log on to their website, which is ghhs.org. Or you could simply go by their offices, which is located at 2812 Johnson Road in Huntsville. But I will warn you, you may leave with another member of the family. I speak from personal experience. Kirby urges you to donate today.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Rose and I talked about in the pregame is the big story is just the rivalry element because it is that was the 73rd meeting between those two. So that's a very long-running rivalry in Etowah County, and obviously there's a lot of great rivalries. Some of them don't exist anymore with the consolidation that happened in that county, but Holt's Bluff and Southside, it's just a great rivalry that's been going on since the 1930s. So that was kind of the big story going in, but as the game developed, it was clear that Southside, they had the better team, and the score wound up showing it. But to me, the thing that stands out about that game is just Coach Rhodes and I both just could not believe the number of penalties in that game. That game has to have some kind of record asterisk by it with the number of penalties that were in that game, primarily on Southside's part. And their coach talked with us at halftime and after the game. Obviously, that's something that they are going to be focusing on and working on. But to be able to win that game as easily as they did, despite having all those penalties, I think if they can, straighten those things out, Southside's going to be a fun team to watch because they're very balanced offensively. They're very aggressive defensively. They gave Holt's Bluff a lot of trouble in that game last night, especially with the way they pressured them defensively.
Well, for Hoax Bluff, they move forward. They're going to go down a loss last night, but what did you see from Hoax Bluff maybe that they can focus on to get their season back on track after last night?
Well, Coach Robertson, he's a friend of mine. I've known him a long time, and he's just a legendary coach there at Hoax Bluff, and they'll recover from this. This was a 7-7 game in the third quarter. Hoax Bluff was hanging in there, and then they had an interception that gave Southside a quick score that Southside went back up 14-7. Then they wound up snapping the ball over the punter's head that gave Southside an easy touchdown. If you hadn't had those two miscues there, the interception and then the high snap on the punt, I think it would have been a much closer game, but Southside was able to kind of run it in. But Hoax Bluff plays hard. It's typical Hoax Bluff, Coach Rob team. They're very physical. They like to run the ball. They obviously are going to have to develop a little bit of a passing game. Other teams are going to see that film last night and see that Southside just crowded the box and dared them to throw. But they've got some good, strong running backs. They've got some good guys up front, and they'll I expect to see a lot of improvement out of Hoax Bluff as the season goes along, because the team they played last night that they were 7-7 with in the third quarter, that's a pretty good Southside team.
Looking ahead, do you know what your game is next week?
Yes, we have Mountain Brook and Minor next week.
That's going to be a great game next week, so looking forward to that one.
Anytime Mountain Brook plays, of course, Minor is always talented team, so that should be an interesting matchup.
No doubt. Mickey Shadrack's with us. He is the play-by-play voice of the AHSAA TV network WOTM TV Game of the Week, and he'll be joining us here weekly to recap these games as we move forward. Mickey, thank you again for the time, and we're looking forward to your broadcast all season, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, Mickey Shadrack's there joining us, and, I love when we have interesting play-by-play guys that are doing those games on Thursday. Mickey's got an interesting background in TV. We'll talk to him more. I made him do our Spotlight segment, talk a little bit about it. Plus, he's working with Rick Rhodes, pretty legendary coach, and close to my heart as a former Troy Trojan. Rick Rhodes was part of that staff that won the Division II National Championship back in 1987.
I listened to the game last night. I watched a little bit of it. It was the only game in town.
Yeah.
I love the production of that game. They do a fabulous job. But I knew Rhodes was a former coach because he kept throwing out all the coaches' cliches. You give 110%, a hat on a hat, a lot of pads popping, all these things that coaches always say.
There you go.
Let's talk about the 2A top 10 now, where number 1 Fife, they defeat Geraldine 34-6. Number 2 Clark County is shut out by 1A Leroy 13-0.
Wow.
Number 3 Lynette also shut out by Valley 19-0. We talked about that earlier. Number 4 Ayrton, they lose to number 5 Highland Home 34-33. Number 6 Aliceville. Well, I don't have a score yet, but I'm worried for Aliceville already because everybody's been on a losing streak. Number 7, GW Long, they defeat Slocum 22-15. It was number 8, Pisgah 29, Lexington 28. Number 9, JU Blackshear, they're taking on Southern Choctaw, no score. And BB Comer, number 10 in 2A, they defeat Childersburg 35-21.
All right, let's take a look at some other scores around the 2A classification where Bayside Academy beats Pike Liberal